Hello, good evening, greetings to my dear friends. I hope you all are doing good in your respective lives. So, here I, Kunal Nagpal, would like to dedicate today's session to basically explore the true essence of the purest language, that is Sanskrit. So, dear friends, the Sanskrit language has been the traditional means of communication in Hinduism, Jainism, Buddhism, and Sikhism. Yes, Sikhism also. Sanskrit literature holds the privilege of being used in the ancient poetry, drama, and sciences, as well as the religious and philosophical texts. Sanskrit is the oldest and purest and most systematic language in the world. It is the most versatile language as well. Sanskrit has as many as 70 synonyms for water. There are 100 names of elephant in Sanskrit. This is really amazing. Dear friends, on this note, I would like to dedicate or I would like to recite certain shlokas in Sanskrit, which are basically dedicated to the to the very superior or the most superlative stature of the society, that is the Guru. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo, Maheshwaraha, Gurur Sakshat Par Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. It holds such a beautiful and integral meaning. Dear friends, it means Guru Brahma. Brahma is the creator or the generator. Then Guru Vishnu, that is Guru Vishnu, who is the main sustainer or the operator of this srishti. Then Guru Maheshwaraha, that is which basically symbolizes the Lord Shankarji, who is the destroyer of the evils of the soul, of the evils acquired by the soul. Then Guru Sakshat Par Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurve Namaha, that is I the soul basically do bow in front of the God who is the supreme power, who is the supreme energy, the creator. And dear friends, I would also like to disclose the acronym of God, that is God. It is generator, operator, and destroyer, wherein generator is the Lord Brahma, who is the creator of this srishti. Then O stands for operator, who is the sustainer, that is Guru Vishnu, on whose principles we try to invoke divinity within ourselves. Then D stands for destroyer, that is destroyer of the evils, wherein it stands for the Lord Shankar. So it holds such a beautiful meaning in the as per the scriptures of our Hindu mythology. It is really beautiful. Next, I would like to disclose the fact that Sanskrit stands close to the root of English and most other European languages as well, that is both classical and modern. Many English words are related to the words and word forms that also exist in Sanskrit. Its study eliminates their grammar and the overall etymology. Why Sanskrit is considered mother of all languages? Sanskrit is the oldest survived language on earth and is a sacred language of Hindu, Buddhist, and Jain traditions. Many of the ancient literary works, including Jain and Buddhist works, and even the Yoga Shastra, have been written in English. Have been written in Sanskrit. And dear friends, what does Arthashastra stand for? It basically means the subject of economics. Arthashastra. Earth means finance or money, and Shastra means the overall detailed study in a systematic manner. Why is it so important or beneficial to use Sanskrit? True, Sanskrit students are basically able to understand the spiritual concepts that are not readily available in English. No other language can translate the mystical, transcendent, and divine as effectively. It's important for all of us, both teachers and students, to remember to be patient. On this note, dear friends, I would like to recite another beautiful shloka in Sanskrit, that is, Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramyaah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukh bhag bhavet. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. What does this mean, dear friends? It means may all be happy. May all be without the disease. May all be fulfilled with the well-being, and none be in misery of any sort. May peace, peace, and peace for everyone and everywhere. So it is so beautiful to read out these ancient meanings of the evolution of the Srishti with the beautiful language of Sanskrit. India, the land of the origin of Sanskrit, was once the leader in the field of scientific discoveries, and almost all of those were written in Sanskrit. Sanskrit remains relevant not only for today, but also for the progressive evolution of the humanity. So, it is much relevant in today's world as well. Sanskrit was found to be the language with the highest spiritual purity, followed by Marathi, said Ekrantio, explaining the important observations and conclusions made by the team during the research. Dear friends, on this note, I would like to recite another beautiful shloka in Sanskrit with such a deep, divine intricacy. That is, Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bharatah abhyutthanam dharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय चतुष्कृतां धर्म संस्थापनार्थाय संभवानि युगे युगे संभवानि युगे युगे संभवानि युगे युगे. Now, what is the meaning of this shloka? Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharatah. That is, whenever there is the ultimate defeat of the dharma, or of the purest or principles of the soul, whenever there is the defeat of these true and pure principles carried by the soul, then God, that is Paramatma, the Supreme Energy, our Supreme Father, will descend from his home, that is Paramdham or Brahmalok, in this Srishti, and transform Kalyug into Satyug. Tadatmanam srijamyaham paritranaye Sadhunam vinashaya dushkritam dharma sansthapanarthaye sambhavani yuge yuge. That is, that is, in order to protect the interests of the honest individuals, that is, of the saints, he will descend from his home in every yug to transform the Kalyug into Satyug, to destroy the evil from this Srishti. That is, as we discussed the deep meaning of the word God, that is generator, operator, and destroyer, that is, the Supreme Soul's wisdom helps a soul to basically get rid of the evils acquired by it in its entire journey. So this is such a beautiful shloka. It's really, really admirable and so encouraging it is. So now we would try to understand the three basic reasons of why Sanskrit is so important. Firstly, one of the first written records was in Sanskrit. It has been attested that one of the first written records may have been in Sanskrit. It was probably the texts that make of the Rig Veda, which is a collection of the Hindu hymns that dates back to the ancient times. Though there isn't a large body of evidence to support this, but even though Vedic Sanskrit was a purely spoken language, complete memorization in order for proper communication was crucial. So we can safely say that the written accounts we have now were most likely the same as the ones then. These religious and ceremonial texts were extremely important in terms of both religion and philosophy. Then the second most important reason is Sanskrit is the philosophical language for a few religions. Besides its importance to Hinduism, Sanskrit is also a philosophical language in Jainism, Buddhism, and Sikhism, as I iterated it in the beginning. Jainism is a basic is a basic religion practiced by probably less than 1% of the population of India, and yet Jain literature has had a huge impact on the Indian culture and history over the centuries. One of the main languages used to write this literature is Sanskrit. The main language of Buddhism was Prakrit at first, but later Sanskrit was adopted with some sort of the most important Buddhist literature being written in Sanskrit. The Guru Granth Sahib, the most important Sikh religious text, is written in a few different languages, one being Sanskrit. Now, the third most important reason for studying the Sanskrit language is it has had a huge influence on other languages as well. One of the most popular languages in India, that is Hindi, is largely influenced by Sanskrit, that is of Devanagari Lipi, and is in fact a register of the Khari Bauli district that has been basically Sanskritized. If you take a look at the modern Indo-Aryan languages, you will see that many of them directly borrow grammar and vocabulary from Sanskrit. Beyond those of modern India, other languages in nearly every religion have been influenced as well. So this is really very, very beautiful. So, on this note, dear friends, I would like to end today's session, and I hope that this beautiful journey entailing the complete summarization of the beautiful language Sanskrit would really thrill you deeply. So, thank you so much for your patient listening. I hope this session would bring great insights in you, helping you to explore this language further. Thank you so much. Om Shanti.